So then what kind of digital expertise is required to integrate all of these elements, these digital elements, into the organization?
It's a great question. You might say, what are the competencies needed by CLOs these days? And what's interesting is first of all, you should have some knowledge about the differing learning habits of the generations coming in. You must communicate in the way that generation wants to learn and absorb, okay? That's one skill you must have, is a knowledge of generations. Another is you must have a knowledge of how, let's call it the platforms within which learning is delivered digitally around the world, how those are evolving. They're evolving at breakneck pace. A lot of old LMSs are old, antiquated, don't work anymore. They don't aggregate and connect knowledge properly. So you have to become pretty knowledgeable about the kinds of platforms within which learning is made accessible instantaneously to the learner when they want it, and they can find it easily. So you're becoming a technical expert, a technology expert, it's better to say. And then a third one is to know how content is evolving. All these libraries, these vast libraries of content, Harvard Management or lynda.com, Skillsoft, all those kinds of Degree, those kinds of places, you have to know what do they have and how are they evolving that function, right? And then you should also be aware of the startups, which is what I found at Ketchum. I found this little startup, Nomadic Learning is the name of it. And they were just at the cutting edge of this technology of cohort-based learning, right? So as a CLO, the old CLO, you knew who was the dean at the Harvard Business School, you know? And you made sure that the really good, teacher from the Harvard Business School came in and did your thing. And just feel that and compare that to this, where you're worried about apps, worried about instantaneous, worried about best digital, worried about content. That's the new reality for the learning CLO function.
Tell me more about what that ideal platform would look like, or does look like.
Sure. It has the following attributes in it. It is available anywhere at any time on a phone. It has the whole comprehensive library of what your organization wishes to offer and make available to people. It's a one-click registration and it shows up on your calendar, right? Now that's just a technical necessity that takes a lot of development work, especially in the large, if you think about the large organizations, the General Motors or Chrysler, 300,000 people globally, MetLife, that kind of thing. How much is involved in that? It's not easy, but it's worth it. You need a platform that does that. You need a platform that allows people to work together easily. For example, a couple are Slack, if you know Slack. Slack is like an app that is work-focused, so people can work together easily. They can find threads and conversations, form groups easily. There's a lot of vendors trying to do that. Facebook is trying to do it. They have Facebook at Work now, which is kind of a Slack-like application for Facebook at Work. So whatever platform you have needs to allow those kinds of formative communities that are social and collaborative in nature to easily form. And if you're in a regulated industry, then be protected, you know what I mean. And you need a platform that is up all the time, 24/7, no problem, and that allows other applications to easily link into it and pull back from it. And the final thing you need an HRIS system that is able easily to pull together the information you want from around the employee base and bring that data together. That's a pretty difficult process too.